Hi everyone, I'm back today with a short tutorial on how to sew a jean fly. I'll be using Cloud's pants from Advent Children as an example of how to do this. So all jean flies are made up of the same pieces: a facing, an overlap, a zipper, and a left and right leg piece. Start by prepping your overlap. Make sure your piece is fully interfaced. Fold the overlap in half, right side to right side along the longest length, and sew the button edge shut. Turn your piece inside out, iron flat, and overlock your longer raw edge. Set the piece aside. Prep your facing by making sure your piece is fully interfaced and overlocked all around with the exception of the top edge. Overlock both the left and right leg crotch area. Align both crotch area right side to right side. To do so, turn one of your pieces inside out and slide it into the other leg piece and proceed to align the two together at the crotch. Make sure you align all of your notches as you do so. Once you have everything pinned down, sew the two pieces together starting at the center back all the way to your front notch. Make sure to stop your stitch exactly at the front notch. Right side to right side, sew the facing to the right leg pant at the center front. Make sure your pieces are properly aligned at the waist. You also want to make sure to sew all the way down, making sure not to catch the left pant leg as you do so. If you are scared to sew into the left pant leg, you can sew at 9 mm past the front notch. Next, you'll be sewing the facing to the seam allowance at 1 mm from the seam. Make sure you sew all the way down. Place your zipper next to the overlock of the overlap. Note that the overlock should be at the left side when doing this. Your zipper tape should be about 2 mm over the top edge of your overlap. And sew just along the edge of the zipper tape to secure it in place. The key here is to make sure that the zipper stays perfectly straight while being stitched down. Position the left pant leg to the edge of the zipper, right side to right side, and sew together. Make sure they are evenly aligned at the waist. Switch your machine to the zipper foot. Sew the left pant leg in place by sewing 7 millimeters from the edge of the pant. Okay, once again, push any excess fabric out of the way before continuing your stitch all the way to the end of the overlap. Make sure to move your carrier out of the way as you go. Make sure not to catch any excess fabric in your stitch. If you've done everything right, you should have about 5 millimeters between your facing and freshly sewn zipper. Top stitch your fabric in place 1 millimeter from the seam. Place your overlap over the zipper and pin in place temporarily. Flip the fabric out of the way and pin your facing to the unsewn zipper tape. Make sure to keep your zipper tape parallel to the side of the facing. Remove your temporary pin. Using your zipper foot, sew the zipper in place 7 millimeters from the edge. Now we're mostly just missing the top stitch on the facing. Place your facing properly over the zipper and temporarily pin in place. Making sure you are catching only the facing while pinning down the leg, top stitch the facing. You can feel your facing through the layer of your pants and use that as a guide to get the right shape. Stop your top stitch before your underlap, about 5 millimeters from the crotch seam. Lastly, stitch the bottom part and make sure to catch all of the layers this time. You also want to stitch the inside layers at the bottom. Make sure to catch your underlap and facing only. I was not 100% happy with this shape, so I went ahead and gave it a quick correction. We all make mistakes sometimes. And with that, your fly is done. You'll probably need to sew the waistband next. I hope this video was helpful. We'll be back soon enough with more short and helpful tutorials such as this one. As always, good luck with your projects, guys. Bye bye!